The first in, last out in Winchester, a 17th century pub and B&B commonly known as the Philo. Local entrepreneur John Sweeney bought the business 3 years ago, hoping he could turn it into a gold mine.
It was a challenge more than anything, to be truthful with it. I'm not one to turn down a challenge. Sometimes I wish I was. And I had to start learning from day one. And it has been a very, very big learning curve. How come you put staff on room 4, Barry?
Because I want a bed to sleep in.
If we're not fully booked, then Barry can have a room, but if we're fully booked, he can stay on the sofa as night watchman.
Ably assisting John is Barry Hillier, the Philo's general factotum and Winchester's answer to Tom Cruise.
My strengths are, more or less, I can do practically anything. I'm sort of like being told I was a jack of all trades. No power.
He's got some strengths I haven't, but I do find it very frustrating.
OK, thank you ever so much. He just wanted to know if we were showing the Sky Sportsy fights.
Yeah, I've lost where I'm counting now. I just had a message passed on to me. But then again, I wouldn't even like to start thinking what Barry and some of the other staff think of me.
Far from being the money tree that John dreamed of, last year the Philo took him to the brink of financial ruin.
We went into serious, serious debt. In all honesty, weeks away from bankruptcy. We're still not out the woods.
To stave off disaster, John's elected to sell his rooms at a rock-bottom price of £49 per night. But while the deals have appealed to contractors in search of cut-price accommodation, dozens of dire online reviews have blighted the Philo's reputation.
The reviews we've had at First In, Last Out haven't always been the best, that's for sure. Grubby, dirty. Is this the worst hotel in the country? That one was quite cutting.
I must admit, the reviews we had are not particularly great reviews, but a lot of people has remembered us.
To get to the bottom of the B&B's bad reputation, Alex has booked in for the night.
Good morning.
Oh, Alex.
John.
How are you? Welcome
Very
to First In, Last Out.
you.
There's Barry.
Hello.
Nice
Barry.
to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you, Sue.
What we're going to do is we're going to get you booked in now. For insurance purposes, we need to know who's on the building in
Fine.
case of an emergency. And what have
Lovely.
you. So Barry's just going to get you to fill
There
out
you
a
go.
form.
Thank you.
If you just put the basic contact details on there, that'd be cracking.
It's assistant Barry's job to show Alex to her room.
Thank you.
OK.
And he's keen to make a good impression on his new guest.
OK, as you know, that is your bar area. Now that you're resident with us, it also entitles you to discount on alcoholic beverages as well. OK, it isn't much, but it's a lot cheaper than what the locals get it for, and believe me, they're all jealous. Of course, this is your residence lounge. It consists of a continental breakfast, like your warm croissants, crumpets, your selections of fruits, and your sweets and your cereals as well. So do please help yourself. OK, if you'd just like to come with me, I'll show you to where your room is. There you go, Alex. This is your room. Of course, it's all fresh bedding, fresh towels as well. Complimentary teas, coffees, your bottled waters and your sweets. If there's anything I can do for you for this evening and everything, then please don't hesitate to come down to the bar and come and get me, because it's also my duty to make your stay as much as comfortable as possible. OK, is there anything else you're not really too sure of you would like me to explain?
No, I think it's all perfectly self-explanatory.
Okay,
Thank you
there
very
go.
much.
There's your keys, and I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you,
Thank
Barry.
you.
OK. It's a long time since I was reassured that the bedding on a bed had been changed and was clean for me. Well, of course, the light doesn't work. And honestly, the state of these taps has got to be seen to be believed. There's hairs on my bed. This is quite the most grotesque thing I've ever seen. I mean, even the fake flowers look as if they're urine stained. For decorative purposes only. Someone bought that and put it here to decorate the room.
Each of the 7 bedrooms in the 400-year-old inn has been personally designed by owner John.
My goodness. I feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland and I've just drunk the little bottle and suddenly I've grown. I'm not tall and there's not much head clearance here. Do you think it's a room for hobbits?
All the rooms share 2 loos and 2 showers.
So this is one of the communal showers. Not a great start, is it? Oh, look at that. It's like growing. It's so mouldy. It's alive. That is filthy, filthy, filthy. Ugh.
You do get what you pay for. We're half the price of any other accommodation outlets in Winchester. So you've got to think, why is that so cheap?
The hotel inspector has seen enough.
I'm afraid this is my line in the sand. And, you know, over this line I will not cross. I'm not staying here. John, this place is really dirty. It's properly dirty. Now,
Yeah.
I understand this is cheap accommodation.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting a flat-screen television. I don't even mind communal showers.
Sure.
But I expect communal showers that are immaculate if I'm going to have to share them with however many other bodies are staying in the building at any given time. I'm not saying that there's anything that has made me stop wanting to help or stop thinking about what to do.
Yep, yep.
But I have to say to you, I personally am just not willing to stay the night
Sure.
here.
Alex checks out, leaving the Philo with the distinction of being the first establishment she's ever refused to sleep in.
I never ever thought she wouldn't stay, in all honesty. You know, the room which we put to one side for her is, in all honesty, pretty reasonable to an average person.
We have put a lot of time and effort to preparing their room, and for her presence not being here this evening, it's disheartening.
Could the first in, last out be too big a challenge, even for the hotel inspector? The Green Man, a 12-bedroom pub and hotel in Wembley, northwest London, run by 45-year-old Australian Mal Preedy.
Our most popular drink's probably lager. Hello.
Mal took over the football-friendly hotel 14 years ago, bringing his unique Antipodean charm with him.
No, I don't show anyone to their rooms when they check in. I just give them the key, tell them where it is, and up they go. I like to make sure that we can offer the best customer service possible. Breakfast. We don't do breakfast.
With the world-famous stadium just a stone's throw away, Mal and his team have managed to score with supporters.
Sometimes we can serve between 5,000 and 6,000 pints. If there was a competition for beer drinking in English, we win hands down.
But while Mal might be coining it in the pub, upstairs his bedrooms haven't gone down quite so well.
Some of the rooms leave a little bit to be desired. When people do complain about this room, I just say, well, you know, you've got to think about what you're paying, you know? You're not staying in the Ritz.
And recent online reviews have relegated the hotel to bottom of the league.
To be honest, we do get quite a lot of complaints.
Close to Wembley, nothing else good to say.
Uncomfortable beds or bath panels that are broken.
They won't say anything to your face, but they think it's OK to go away and then leave a bad review. Atrocious. Worst hotel ever. I think it's a bit over the top.
Despite a respectable trade around match days and concerts, Mal's profits have taken a dive.
My rent is $100,000 a year. I haven't been making enough money to be able to invest money back in the business.
And if he can't find a way to turn things around soon, the Green Man could find itself permanently in the red.
I'm in a difficult situation financially at the moment. If there was a storm around the corner, we'd be in trouble. The Green Man is my life, and it has to work. I mean, there is no other option.
Not the most encouraging reception area. Are you checking in or out? Checking in, please see a member of staff from the hotel bar. Fine. All a bit sad and a bit tatty. Right.
Unenthused by first impressions, Alex goes in search of her host.
Hello,
Oh.
hello.
Hello.
You're Mal.
I'm Mel. You must
I'm
be
Alex.
How are you?
Very
All right?
nice to see you. Thank
That's
you
good.
very much.
Yeah.
You had a busy day yesterday,
We
didn't
did
you?
have a busy day yesterday, yeah. It wasn't too bad at all.
Would you normally be working on the day after a busy night?
No.
OK, so I'll make allowances.
Okay, yeah.
Rooms. What room have you given me?
We are in room 12 tonight, Alex.
OK.
Okay.
Yeah?
You ready? Shall I take you up?
Yes,
Right.
please.
And away we go.
Let's
Just
go.
this way?
Thank you.
The Green Man has 12 ensuite bedrooms, all provided on a strictly room-only basis.
I used to do breakfast, but I stopped doing breakfast quite a while ago. Sometimes I was getting a chef in, and then no one had come down for breakfast.
Thank you.
There we come.
OK.
And here we are.
What do you sell this room for tonight?
Tonight, I would sell this room for £39. Or if there's a concert or something like that, I would increase the price of the room.
Considerably?
Yeah. Considerably.
Up to?
125.
Good Lord, darling. And no wonder you've got a smile on your face.
You say that, yeah.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Room 12's a big room. I think if I'm looking at the rooms overall, she's not in the best, she's not in the worst. She's in one of the, probably the average rooms.
Well, I keep thinking I have reached the nadir of my hotel experiences, but this is frankly a new low. I mean, there is cheap and there is unsafe. Look at that crack in the ceiling. Cracks are everywhere. The patches of damp everywhere.
Overall, I would say the decor's not too bad up there.
This half hanging off the wall. Cable ties on the cupboard door to make sure that they keep closed. Thoughtful of them. Mal seems like a nice man. I'm surprised that he has the bare-faced gall to show me into this room. If I was in his shoes, I'd have been incredibly embarrassed. And the glamorous theme continues with the broken bath panel. It is like a joke. It is like a crackhead's den. Even the basin is cracked. I'm amazed, 120 quid on a night when he can charge it. It looks like an earthquake's happened. You know, am I going to die in my bed tonight is the kind of thing that I have to worry about at this point.
And the dingy corridors do little to lighten Alex's mood.
Well, this is really bad. Imagine being shown to your room 6 and being faced with this, not only the wallpaper peeling, but one whole strip completely peeled. You know, I'm always surprised. I think I've seen it all, but there's still things that can surprise me.
I'm not changing anything for her. She can come and see it as she, sees it, and then she can advise us from there, really.
It's still tragic, but it's better than my room. Well, I can quite clearly see there is no mattress protector on this mattress. You can feel literally every spring. My goodness. I know you get what you pay for, but do you have to really give people the worst possible experience for their money?
Outside, Alex discovers the Green Man is suffering a hangover from the night before.
This is their car park. Look at the mess. Does anyone ever come and pick things up?
I'm not one that worked myself into the ground. I don't believe in that, because I don't think you do anybody any favours by overworking.
Very untidy rubbish area. Doesn't give a good impression. Green Man has stood here as a public house since 1722, which must be the last time it was decorated.
And the beer garden, a haven for footy fans, also gets a kicking.
just looks manky. Imagine how awful this place must be on a match day with kind of 3,000 beard-up men all thumping their chests. I mean, at some point, Mal must have felt passionately about it. He's been here 14 years. I mean, maybe he's just given up. Can't be bothered anymore.
The dreary exterior and disheartening decor has driven Alex to a depressing deduction.
You're clearly not passionate about the room side of things. So you're asking me to care when somehow you've cared less about the rooms than about anything else. Were you not a bit embarrassed when you walked me into a bedroom?
No, not really anymore.
You're immune to it?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you think it's correct to call this a Green Man pub and hotel?
Well, yes.
You don't serve breakfast? You don't serve...
No, we don't.
No?
No.
You don't have a receptionist? You
No.
don't have any kind of hotel services? You're a pub with rooms? It's the fabric of it that's been allowed to really, really deteriorate, and it makes me feel slightly unsafe. The lighting in the corridors, the fact that there's so many bulbs out. I'm not going to stay tonight. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll help you sort out the problems, but I don't want to stay in that room. But I hope you can see why.
No, at least you've told me up front, which is fine. I haven't got a problem with that.
OK, I'll see you in the morning.
See you, Alex. Bye-bye.
After dropping her devastating bombshell, Alex begins her evacuation.
If I'm honest, it wasn't like I wasn't expecting it. And to be honest with you, I had a funny feeling she wasn't going to stay, so...
I admire the attitude he has towards life and not allowing anything to stress him out too much. But to be successful, you do have to care, and somehow that doesn't shine through with him.
As Alex exits, pursued by beer, Mal prefers to view his glass as half full.
She's still prepared to help, so we're looking forward to tomorrow, really.
You will not believe what you're about to see. I've seen my fair share of rooms in my time, and I've seen some terrible sights, but nothing could have prepared me for this. Nestled in the picture postcard Wiltshire village of Albourne is the 400-year-old Crown Inn.
All right, OK. Thank you very much. Thank you.
With a busy bar, restaurant and 5 ensuite letting rooms above, it's tirelessly run by landlord Alan.
The Crown is my home, and I work here 24/7, 120 hours a week, approximately.
More used to pulling pints than pulling in guests, for 7 years, experienced publican Alan has poured his heart and soul into the business.
I have no other life. You know, I'm married to the bloody thing. OK.
A labour of love that's seen him give the guest rooms his own uniquely masculine makeover.
These rooms are all my design. The style of this room is comfortable, it's clean. The bedrooms were Laura Ashley style, very feminine, and yet the few guests what we were having coming were all men. So I thought it had to change.
But while his bar is a hit with the locals, visitors to the area are giving his rooms the miss, and occupancy is at rock bottom.
It's down below 50%. I think it may be even more.
Despite sinking everything he has into the Crown.
I don't know how much I invested, but in the region of £50,000 would be the minimum. It's probably more than that, and I probably don't want to know that.
At 69, Alan has no profits, no pension, and worse still, no plan B.
To retire would be impossible. I've got no other home. I see myself working until I drop.
Lime juice, I don't know. We might have some in the storeroom.
What he does have is trusty barmaid and right-hand woman, Alex.
I never imagined I would be here 5 years on. I had a plan to leave. I even gave him my notice, and I retracted it because I couldn't leave. And here you are. Thank you very much. OK, there's your key for you.
Alex is one of those people, Can we clone her? Has she got another, dozen sisters behind her?
But with the pressure building on the Crown to make more money,
There goes some of my profit.
they're both hoping I can help give him a more secure future before it's too late.
If this doesn't work, I truly don't think it will be here much longer. You know, if he loses his place, he loses his home.
Is this the last resort? Alex May told me that. If you don't change, it will be the last resort.
I don't know quite what I was expecting, but not this skanky old dog. Immediately, it appears to me that someone's taken their eye off the ball massively. Look at that window box. I mean, what is in there? You can't even read it. There's nothing that would tempt me in there at the moment. The neglected exterior has left me cold. Let's hope there's a warmer welcome waiting inside. Hello,
Hello.
Alan.
Yes. Hello.
Alex.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And, looking forward to.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mixed of trepidation and anticipation.
I think it could be a good thing, and I can learn something.
Oh, you can.
Never.
Well, they're never too old to learn.
Absolutely not. Definitely not.
The first thing I want to learn is who Alan's customers are. You know, in every place there's somewhere that locals hang, and there's somewhere that tourists go to.
This is the local pub, really.
OK, good.
Okay.
Alan is a tenant landlord, which means he doesn't keep all the profit from beer sales. But he does get all the profit from the restaurant and rooms, so it's vital they make money. What is occupancy?
50%, and that's been going down.
Yeah. Are you happy for me to check in?
Yeah, no problem.
Is that all right?
No, except, unfortunately, the room's not been made up yet.
OK, no.
I'm waiting for my girl to come to clean.
OK, well, then I won't check in. I think that's probably better.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll have a look around, and then I'll come back and chat to you again.
Yeah, no
Is
problem.
that all right?
Yeah, lovely.
All right, lovely. Thank
All right.
you. Not having a room ready early is not the end of the world, and I can really see why locals might warm to this cosy country pub. Nice open fire. The trouble is, what I also see are more signs of lack of attention to detail. Slightly distracted from by the New Crown Pizzeria. At least get the spelling of pizzeria right, possibly. And all of this stuff which really detracts from this lovely fireplace. Nice little dining room. At least Alan's kindly decided not to leave me waiting for the cleaner to arrive.
It's all sorted. That's the way we normally do it, you know.
But before I check into my freshly cleaned accommodation, I want to check out some of the other ensuite rooms.
I hope when Alex sees the other rooms, you'll see that they're nicely decorated.
I mean, he clearly has not a flipping idea in his mind about how to decorate. The dark, dingy decor is bad enough, but there's a much bigger problem. Everywhere is dirty. It shows a complete lack of regard for, you know, some of the basic expectations that should be met for guests. I mean, honestly, it makes me feel slightly queasy. Everywhere I turn, there's an overwhelming sense of dirt and neglect. I mean, look at this. Look at that. I mean, I don't even want to touch that door. That is just so depressing, and I don't say that lightly. This is just unacceptable. I mean, it's just... Alan seems like a nice chap, so I can only pray he's cleaned up his act in the £80 a night family room where I'm staying. Oh, happy days. There's not one thing that is vaguely appealing. You know, that it hasn't been vacuumed, every bit of furniture's stained, marked. It's really run down, this place. I mean, I believe he's selling a double room for 80 quid a night. I mean, I wouldn't want to stay here for 80 quid a night. I'd probably rather sleep in a car. It's pretty fucking miserable. I don't know what's worse, the appalling state of the rooms or the fact that Alan doesn't seem to have noticed.
I think the rooms are very acceptable.
Do me a fucking favour.
Nobody complains about the comfort of them.
When's the last time someone has gone with a cloth and wiped down there? The watermarks on there, when's the last time that that's been washed, wiped, cleaned? You know, I find it really offensive that he expects people to spend 80 quid a night to stay in this shithole. It's a long time since I have refused to stay somewhere, but actually I don't want to stay here. The House of Horrors. Everything upstairs is so dirty, I'm questioning whether I should stay the night. And when I talk to barmaid Alex, it appears I'm not the only one. How do you think the rooms represent the Crown as a whole?
Personally, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't stay here. It's embarrassing to take people up, especially if the rooms haven't been done on time. It's then trying to look for excuses, whether really there shouldn't be.
There's no excuse, and I'm amazed anyone wants to stay here. But if I really want to help Alan, I will need to be cruel to be kind. You say you've got 50% occupancy. Do you think that's accurate? I can't believe, looking at your rooms, that you have 50% occupancy.
If I was, it was, and it's dropped off quite dramatically.
Do you spend a lot of time in the rooms, darling? Is it, or are you more bar-based?
I'm more bar-based.
I think the rooms, I mean, they seem to me like they really need some TLC. They're pretty sad. They're dirty. The rooms aren't properly cleaned. And I blame you for that, because you're the boss. I think it shows an immense lack of care. And I'm not going to stay tonight. I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to put best foot forward, and we're going to start tackling the problems as soon as tomorrow comes around.
Thank you.
All right, bye, darling.
As an owner, to have Alex walk out on me, not stay, I have to say I feel sick and disappointed in myself. I'm at the rock bottom of cleanliness. I've got to take that to 100%.